Well, here's some fresh wire ready to go when the current spools run out. When you get to the end of these spools, you want to just throw it out. You don't want to keep going because the spools, the way the wire sits on it, this wire is very thin and there's imperfections that develop at the spool. The basic rule is if we wouldn't put it in our guitar, we're not going to put it in your guitar. Now we do save these spools, and we'll use this wire when we're developing new techniques or teaching one of the winders a technique they haven't tried yet or mastered yet. That's what we'll use it for. But it never goes in a customer's pickup, that's for sure. Got a winding station over here. It used to be one of these electric fireplaces, but it got a little expensive to run this thing, and so we use it as a winding station here. The wire on the floor there. I like to use different winders, although I really like this one. This is we had an outfit make us use a while back, and they really work nice. But we like to set them up differently because I hate messing around with this once we get it set. This is the like the width of the bobbin. Usually they'll have different size bobbins, so once that's dialed in, I don't like to mess with it. And you go over here, another winding station here, and 42 plain enamel. So if you guess we're making humbuckers on the station, you got it right. It's very similar, made by the same guys. But yeah, we use this one for humbuckers. And then show you where this plugs in. See, this is the wire here going across, and right over here you can see a GFCI protected outlet. What I really like about these machines that kind of separates them from like the Mojo Tone machines, which are really nice too. But on those, in the Mojo Tones, you get a screw coming out of here, which can be challenging for humbucker bobbins, or even like the Strat, the screw. It can be hard to come on and off because we do a lot of hand winding. So we'll wind for 1,000, take it off, wrap for a few hundred, wind for another amount, and then repeat. So there's different formulas for different designs, and we do that quite often. So it can be clunky taking it off of that, like with the Strats and the Tellys. The humbuckers, there is no center hole on a humbucker bobbin, so that's a challenge. But with this, we just used dual-sided tape, so we can just easily stick it in place there. We can wind. And we also have a foot pedal down here that I use to control this, which is also really handy. And when we're done, we just protect the tape, and we take the bobbin off. Until next time, we just put the original cover, and then the tape lasts a very long time. You'd be surprised how long you could get by with one piece. What's really the best part is that I don't have to take the bobbin off the machine to do the hand winding. I can, it has a lever on this side, or another place you can mount a bobbin, which is really handy when you're reverse winding. But what really makes it nice is that I can hand wind without removing the bobbin from the machine, just by my left hand doing this. And you see the counter, it goes up. So I can be very precise about how many turns that I don't have to count in my head. And that can be difficult, trying to keep track of it in your head, which we do sometimes with some of our other machines. It can be challenging, but with this unit here, that's why we have them build so many of them, because the functionality of it for us just can't be matched with any of the off-the-shelf machines that are made now, which are all great. I'm not knocking any of those machines. We do use some of them for various reasons on certain designs, but this is kind of the go-to. So here you see the Mojo Tone machines, and we like these as well. And what's great about these machines is that you can lock down the bobbin really well. It's got a screw that goes through the center, and you can lock it down. And they're also relatively light, and we'll use them on these plastic tables because once you get to a certain speed, not mounting them down and on the kind of flimsy table, they start to almost bounce. They don't really bounce, but they start to shimmy a little bit. And what that does is, we'd like to do that in certain parts of certain designs. It kind of creates, I wouldn't say sloppy, but it's certainly not as uniform as it might be when you're winding at a certain speed. So we find that type of application, in addition to some of the hand wrapping that we do, can really unlock some dynamic response from pickups that you don't normally get from machine wound, machine fed, mass produced pickups. This winder is pretty interesting for various different reasons. It's got a lower profile. It's real close to the table there. So you can really get it going fast, and it doesn't shake much because of the way it's engineered. The other winders are kind of top heavy, and so you get a little more shake as you go faster. We don't normally go that fast. Most of the time we're going slow, or we're going to hand wrap it. But sometimes on certain designs, it makes sense to go fast. And this machine can do that. What makes this thing really cool is that we've got a nice mechanism here that holds it in place. So it's a little more stable than like the tape method on the winders that we really like, the blue ones. Also a lot easier to get off the machine than like the Mojotone one, because the Mojotone has a screw going through the middle. This doesn't, so we don't got to yank it off. We can gently pull it off, and if we want to do any kind of hand wrap, then we can. That's what really makes this a great machine to have, and we actually have a few of these.